How you guys doing out there today? Trade with Real Property Engagements. Actually coming at you guys with another update. Definitely have been making a lot of progress in the industry, in the Minnesota market actually. It was crazy because I was thinking about how was the weather gonna change things, but and even just in general, how was the market gonna change? Um, and to be honest with you, I just started implementing new ways of prospecting. So that allowed me to keep more deals in the pipeline. And most people I talk to that are starting out, they really don't know where to put a lot of attention. And they're kind of just scattering out all over the place. So the biggest thing is, and I'm fairly new myself, but I've exercised these things and actually got deals done. And so, the only thing is, I want to keep doing deals constantly, and I want to do bigger deals. So, as of now, I do have properties under contract, and the formula I use is 70% of the ARV minus the repairs. And then I might also take away some miscellaneous. So, I try to get the property for 60%, pretty much, 60, 50% of the actual value. So, and the truth of the matter is, a deal is only a deal. So, I don't jump on every lead at all. If it doesn't fit my criteria, if I don't have the tools in the bag to get the job done, then I just got to go to another job. I mean, it's plain and simple. It's pretty straightforward. And the guys that I have, the investors that I have that are helping me out, that are actually buying deals and doing business with me, those are the investors I have, right? And I still have ways of building and gaining and getting more investors. But as of now, when I market, I'm looking in a certain area, right? Right? I'm looking for certain numbers. I'm looking for and if it doesn't meet these criteria, then I move on. Most people kind of play around so long with um, leads that aren't really deals. So a lot of my leads that I kind of pitch off, I just end up selling them. I'll sell those leads off to a different type of investor, a guy that wants to, uh, buy junk. That's what I call it. Buy a property that's just, run down for a little nothing. You know, I might have investors that are set out for just that type of buying. You see what I'm saying? So I gotta cater to that need. But mainly, a deal is a deal, guys. And the big part about real estate investing is it's not just the mindset of of the investor. Um, the fact that he wants to buy houses and either flip them or hold them. And the whole real estate movement. It's deeper than that. I realized about being an investor and being a wholesaler. Actually, your whole way of thinking has to grow, has to change from just the way you thought before. You know, for example, in the very beginning, I thought that just because I knew how to do a wholesale deal, that I will get a wholesale deal pretty easily. The truth of the matter is, if you don't implement the right strategies, you won't have a filled pipeline. And if you don't have a filled pipeline, it's almost like you got a car, you're trying to run a business and you got a car and you don't have too much gas. So you won't get that far and you won't be that consistent. So you got to always stay a step ahead if you want to just be an entrepreneur in general. So for starters, one change, I could challenge any entrepreneur or wholesaler, in particular in my industry, to do in any state is to just prospect more. Make more phone calls. Me personally, I try to make about 50 calls a day prospecting to motivated sellers. Also, I make sure I market, do a lot of mail. mail marketing, whether it be postcards or yellow letters, but I mainly focus on postcards because I have a small printing company that I partner with that pretty much prints out all my they pretty much play as click to mail, and they do all my mailers. Okay, so I evolved to that point. At one point, I had somebody writing them, but I made sure I got it done. And volume is everything. Okay, internet marketing is everything, and I'm pretty sure you guys have your own niches in your own market, in your own state, city. um, but I do highly advise prospecting. I mean, in the summertime, in my state now, the weather's horrible. So, I'm not door knocking, but in the summertime, I'm not only putting bandit signs out, right, making myself known to the people out here, but I'm actually door knocking as well. And I'm actually cold calling as well. So I'm doing like a tripod of three things in the summertime. And I'm also doing that in the wintertime, okay? But just in another way. So I might trade the actual door knocking for more of a uh, organized way of doing it. So, for example, instead of just randomly door knocking, being that I know the weather's bad, I might pick a day where I know the weather's good, and pretty much just schedule all my meetups to that specific day and have things more controlled. You see what I'm saying? Have things way more controlled. If I got things more controlled, then all I have to do is just go ahead and attack it as scheduled. Okay, so if I have a if I talk to a seller on Monday and I tell a seller, hey, can I meet you up Friday at 2 o'clock? I had already planned that. Uh, earlier in that week. So that's how I do it. That's how I do it now. I have designated days I actually see people on the ground now. However, I'm still on the ground. You see, I still make it imperative to be on the ground. I'm not just a virtual guy. Okay, so you got to be highly ambitious, and that's the thing. So that's the difference between the guys that I actually uh, got in my circle. Some of them that haven't done a deal yet, that is pretty much confused. They understand that, okay, I have to find a deal and get it under 70% of the ARV, and then get it, and also take away the repairs, and then also take away out my assignment fee. They understand that, but most of these guys don't understand that you gotta always prospect. Okay, so now after you master the prospecting, then you step back and then you outsource it to someone else. And then it's almost like what you did was you created a job for someone else. So you're gonna have to wear that hat in the beginning, inevitably, if you want to keep deals in the pipeline. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if it's the calling, the door knocking, or the bandit signs, or I don't care what it is. But you wear the hats in the beginning, but as time goes on, you transform, you step back, and you give that to someone else. So that's the sweet part about it. But as of right now, my deals are just pouring out. Just it's too much. I got too many. It's like all over. It's just overflowing, and I pick a day, a designated time in the day to analyze them, to follow them up, and everything like that. All right. But the great part about it is I have too many. So some people's problem is they have too little. Because I got a partner that I work with in the Minneapolis area, and that's actually where most of my properties are. All right. And so he's very he doesn't prospect enough. So prospecting is definitely a huge piece of advice. And another piece of advice that I always remind you guys is the credit repair. I actually got my results in the mail not too long ago, and so I actually kept them because I actually was supposed to be sending them off and doing some stuff with them. But I actually held on to them to show you guys that you actually can get your credit improved and fixed, even if you've started off with the worst of the worst, and even if you don't make that much. All right, so uh, here's my actual. At first, I got from actually all three: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. I got all three updates. Okay, so here's my Equifax here. I already had it out of the actual actual letter. And actually, I actually got to read it to you guys because it's not that clear. Pixels aren't that clear. So my account actually, here's the bottom. It says, we have received the credit account, right? And the results are, and then now it starts to explain the results. Now, these are all different columns, which is pretty much trade lines, my trade lines. And I'm just pretty much going to go down. It says, this creditor has verified to our company that the current status is being reported correctly. The prior paying history on this account has been updated. Okay, so that particular trade line is updated, which helps my credit inevitably, you know, because if it was some type of false numbers on there or some type of messed up inaccuracy, being that it's updated now, that improves things definitely. Here's the next line. It says, we have researched the credit account, and then it gives the credit account number, and it says the results are, this account has been updated. The creditor has verified to our company that the prior paying history is being reported correctly. Additional information has been provided from the original source regarding this item. So this is another line that is pretty much, hey, it's been updated, and everything's being reported correctly. Okay. Here's another line. It says, we have researched the credit account. All right. And it says, here's the results. The item has been deleted from the credit file. If you have additional questions about this item, please contact. Okay. And here's the thing. I'm disputing things every month, every single trade line. Okay. People constantly tell me, well, some things are going to, that's true. That's some things are going to report and not fall off, or, it's no way that's going to come off. Well, the truth of the matter is, this was a huge blow. It was a huge derogatory remark to my account, to my FICO score, and it just got deleted. Okay, I'm not gonna dive into exactly what the trade line was, because I don't need you guys diving too much into my personal credit history. But here's the thing, guys. As an investor, the only way you're gonna be able to be flexible and be like water and be able to be, jump into a lot of different markets is if you got many tools in your toolbox. So working on your credit behind the scenes, even if you're a wholesaler, is highly, highly, highly advised. Okay. So again, let me make sure that's covered. Equifax. Okay. And then I could also go to the actual. Okay. So you guys can see where it says, here we go. Deleted from the credit file. Okay. Equifax. Okay. January 3rd is when I received this. And it's like, so many times I've listened to people sit and say, okay, it can't come off. And it's crazy because you sit there and you listen to that, and you listen to it, and you listen to it, and you don't do anything. You feel me? And it's like, it sucks because you run around with bad credit. You run into these banks, they can't help you. You run to these car dealerships, they want to give you high interest rates. It's imperative to go ahead and work on your credit, fix it, and that way you can pull out many swords out of your toolbox, out of your bag of goodies, and you can do deals many ways. Because yes, I'm wholesaling now in my real estate business, but I won't be wholesaling forever. Okay. Um, you know, um, and the buy and hold houses that I have, the little bit that I do have, I have to manage them. Okay, so that's why I'm wholesaling. But what I want people to understand is, if I have a 800 credit score, there's so many other different ways that I could actually do deals. Okay, if I got a 780, if I got a high elite credit score and a good debt to income, I don't necessarily need an investor's help, right? Okay? I don't necessarily need a wholesale deal, right? Okay? So I want you guys to always have that mindset of just the picture being bigger uh, than a particular wholesale deal. Now, I'm not gonna lie, with all the waiting and all the going through cleaning getting the title work done, waiting the 14 days, and waiting on that deal to close, and people backing out sometimes and things of that nature. With all that stuff happening and transpiring, when you close a deal, you feel like $1 million. Okay, once that money, once you go and you go to the title company and you pick up a check, it's definitely, unbelievably, words can't really explain it, because it's like you feel like you almost hit the lotto. You know what I mean? It's like a rush, because you marketed, right? You turned the lead into, from cold, warm to hot, and you converted the lead, and now it's like finally your dream has come true. It's a win-win. Everybody's happy, and you just got cut about 5,000 or 3,000 or 10,000. That's great. But the mindset of that investor has to be deeper than just that deal. Okay. And that's why you hear me constantly bring up other ways of actually um, being involved in real estate. So you got to be able to wear many masks. Now, speaking on just wholesaling and credit building, I find the two very nice, because when you close on a big wholesale deal, you got the money to drive into having a perfect credit score. So I highly advise that, guys. Um, Also, I got updates from, this is, I think, TransUnion, that was Equifax, and Experian. So I got all three. Okay, and each bureau, gets receives information at a different time. So just because something got deleted off of Equifax don't necessarily mean it'll be deleted off of Transperian or uh, you know the other bureau. So I just want you guys to have faith in the fact that, okay, yeah, you have that bad credit score. You can get that bad credit score up. Um, Prospect in your real estate deals. Prospect, and you will have more deals in the pipeline. Okay, 70% of the ARV, take away the repairs. Okay, and then also you can take away your assignment fee, and that's what you want to offer. Okay, that's what you want to offer the motivated seller. Okay, get it under contract, close the deal, make the investor happy, make yourself happy. Okay, and wash and repeat. But you can't forget about how you're going to be able to do real estate in the future. So you have to have other ways of still prospering, and mastering and holding on to your credit is one huge, huge niche. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know that, improve your credit. You can definitely get bank money for cheap, from home loans to big time duplex loans, big time commercial business loans. Okay, all right. Need any help, please feel free. You can actually leave your information at the bottom. Okay, subscribe to the channel, and then most definitely, because I'm becoming a better better YouTuber as time goes on and taking this more serious. Uh, I do need improvement in the YouTube area, so please feel free. Call my direct phone, my direct line, okay? 507-320-1451, all right? And if I do not pick up, feel free to leave a message, and I actually, not only answer my own phone, but I actually respond back. I'll call you back within 24 hours or 48 hours, as it says on my website. You could also go on my website and get apply for business credit and receive free consultation. So if you do not get approved, you're gonna have a professional consultant call your phone and tell you everything you need to do to get approved. So you can't beat that, and it's for free. Okay, so go to my site, click on business credit application, apply for everything, and then just let the consultant call you back and tell you what you need to do. And it's just no charge at all. All right, guys, do that. If you get approved, awesome. I love you. All right, and definitely, if you want to sell your house, you go to my site and you put leave your information on the comments on the actual homepage in the comments box, but also put name, email address, and everything, and I'll reach back out to you, let you know. If you're from another state, feel free. Still contact me, reach out to me, push me, give me some motivation, and vice versa. I can give you motivation as well, and we can help each other out because this is not going to be the only market I'm going to be in the future. I do plan on expanding to other markets. All right, so. Much peace to you guys' future endeavors. Definitely get back to me. Okay, guys, get back to me and let me know what you think. Subscribe, comment, and feel free to share with anybody, any wholesaler in your market. Okay, because maybe they can help me. And maybe vice versa. All right, so um, have a good one, guys. Checking out. All right, real property engagements. You already know what it is.